volume in playoff games. There was that one back in 2006. It was game 4 against Washington. He did make 7 threes in that game. And in the first half, he made 5. So he made, again, Jordan started the game by making 6 straight. In the game in 2006 that LeBron made 7, he made 5 in the first half, but he only made 2 of 5 in the second half. They lost to Washington by 10 in that game. Obviously, in the Jordan game, game 1 of the 1992 finals, the Bulls won that game 122-89. So I'm still saying that the guy who can get hotter from 3 would be Jordan. And if you get on a streak in a horse game, you can just shoot the other guy into psychological smithereens. And that's what Jordan is known for doing. Okay, so now I changed the subject to Michael's other huge advantage in this competition, and that's lane shots. And again, I'm with you on the rules of the game. I would think that the rules would have to be, you have to take shots that you would normally take in a basketball game. I don't want any weird trick shots like when you shoot it from straight behind the backboard over the backboard and try to make it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That's part of it. That's
out. That's out. And no trying to bounce the ball and make the basket. No trick shots. You have to take a shot that you would take normally in the basketball game. So,
see what you're doing?
Who is?
You're trying to cater the rules.
Who is?
You're trying to cater the rules, Skip Bayless.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you can't do that. So my point is,
yes, you can.
Of LeBron and Michael in the lane, who is the most athletic finisher between LeBron and Michael? Who can do gymnastic dipsy-do moves like you've never seen, flying through midair? Who is the jump man? Who is the king of midair? It's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So he could pull off some dipsy-do shot, some hang, twist, turn, and lay it off the glass with his right hand backwards. Maybe that shot. That LeBron is not, he's too stiff. What do you always tell me about LeBron James? The reason he's never...
now he too stiff.
Wait. Okay, but you tell me he's never done a dunk contest because he's not that athletic. He's too stiff. You've said that before on Undisputed.
No.
He's too stiff.
I did not
to
say...
do dunks, to do contest dunks. Am I right?
Well, Skip Bayless, you think you're slick. You tried to ease the word unathletic. LeBron, you said he's not. I've never said LeBron James is not athletic enough. I said LeBron James' creativity. LeBron James is an in-game dunker. Levine and Vince Carter and Michael Jordan, those guys are creative dunkers. Aaron Gordon, those are different than being an in-game power dunker. You try to slip that in there, Skip Bayless. I hear everything you say. LeBron James was, and always will be athletic, as you can tell by what he's doing in year 17.
Who is more athletic, Jordan in his prime or LeBron in his prime?
Skip, it all depends on what you're talking about. Listen, Skip, I give you this. Michael could get hot, but see, the thing is when LeBron gets hot, he's still looking to pass the basketball. He's not looking to, because we saw against New Orleans, when they were in New Orleans, he had 19 points at the half. Now, he comes out in the third quarter, tries to get AD involved. Most guys, Dame Lillard, guys, Harden, Russ, guys that are streaky like that, get hot, they try to continue it. LeBron says, no, I'm going to need these other guys at some point in time during the game. Let me all of a sudden turn into a pure facilitator. He took one shot in the third quarter, and that came with about 5 minutes left in the third. Then he takes it back on, takes over again in the fourth quarter. So I give you that because Jordan's mentality was, if I'm hot, I'm going to stay in this zone as long as I possibly can. That's not how LeBron operates. But if you think for 1 second, you see what the man doing in year 17, Skip. He did the Kobe Bryant rockabye baby from the same distance. And he was probably 35, 40 pounds heavier than when Kobe did it. And he's still doing that. So if you think a young 22-year-old could not do what Michael Jordan do as far as dunking, you're out your mind. Because here's the thing, Skip.
Okay.
He would have the blueprint to do it because he has seen Michael do it.
Okay, so I want to point this out to you. You may not quite understand the rules of horse, but you realize you can't pass in horse, right? You can't give up the basketball to make, you can't make the right play in horse by passing to an open teammate instead of you taking the shot. You have to take every shot, LeBron James. You can't wimp out. You can't dodge pressure. You can't run from the free throw line by saying, oh, I made the right play. I passed to Kyle Korver in the corner. Nope, you can't pass it. You have no teammates in horse. You have to take the shot.
We don't
so
need
now
them.
back to, okay, now back to the rules again. I would think that one rule you would have to institute is no dunking in this horse contest because you'd want the little men to have as much advantage as the big men. So you wouldn't let, Dwight Howard into this competition and he would just dunk it every time and beat whoever, Steph Curry or whoever he might be matched up against. So I would say no dunking. Yeah, Trae Young. But in this case, who won the two most iconic two of the most iconic dunk contests? Who has the most iconic dunk in NBA slam dunk contest history? Well, it's obviously the original and the only number 23. So the point is that he is more athletic and more creatively athletic than LeBron. So on shots in the paint that aren't dunks, hanging, twisting shots, creative, like Harlem Globetrotter kind of Meadowlark Lemon shots, Michael could pull off shots that I don't believe LeBron could match. And I'm not talking about dunks. I'm just talking about shots made from 4 or 5 feet in the lane.
Well, you're Skip. I don't believe Michael is more athletic, just athleticism. Do I believe he's more creative? Absolutely. And it's easier for a man that's lighter that can jump to stay in the air longer than a man that's heavier that can jump. A guy that can, Zach LaVine is going to stay in the air longer than Zion Williamson. It's just that Zion is so much heavier. Of course, a bowling ball is going to fall at a higher rate than a penny, Skip, wouldn't you think? So that's what LeBron is up against. But I'm not going to let you change the rules. Skip, another one of these iconic commercials. You remember the commercial? I think it was a McDonald's commercial. It was Larry Bird against Michael Jordan. And they were all up in the stands and they said, okay, through the window, off the backboard, nothing but net. You know what I'm saying? They were doing all kind of things. That's what horse is. You can't just say, okay, only shots that you would attempt during the course of the game. Skip, no. If you're gonna toss it behind your back and kiss it off the backboard and it goes in, that's a shot. You can't limit someone's creativity because that's creativity. And that's what horse is about, being creative. Because as you said, sometimes a bigger man has an advantage because he can just dunk the basketball where a smaller man can't. So the smaller man has to have some kind of advantage, Skip, and it's probably going to be his creativity. So with that being said, all I'm saying is that there can be no money wagered because you know how Michael is. Michael does not like to do anything for fun. He has to put money down. And you remember, Magic told the story of what happened is that they were paying Penny Pat the night before that Shrug game. And they had been staying up all night, and he tried to get his money back after Magic had beat him. And he looked at Magic, who was calling the game at the time, Skip, and he shrugged like, I don't know how I did this. I stayed up till 3, 4 in the morning gambling, and here I am draining threes. So he shrugs like, I can't believe it either, bro.
Thank you for telling that story. That's the epitome and essence of Michael Jordan, the clutchest player who ever set foot on a basketball court. So back to the rules changes. I'm not trying to change the rules. I'm trying to level the playing field for LeBron here. Because if you say all bets are off or on, if you say Michael Jordan can do trick shots, he can blindfold himself and shoot left-handed free throws, then it's even a worse advantage for Michael than before. So I'm trying to even it for you. I'm trying to give you a little bit of a ghost of a chance here, because if you let Michael bounce the ball off, like off the floor and into the basket, it would be a joke what he would do to LeBron if he could make up shots that are non-basketball shots. I'm trying to keep it pure competition instead of goofy, gimmicky competition.
Do you remember when LeBron took the ball like a football, Skip, and he was on one end of the court and he just palmed the ball, and I don't know if we have the footage, and he just heaved the ball basically 90 feet and swished nothing but net. All of that is fair game in horse. And you try to come up with things that you know your guy can't do. This is one thing we know is not happening. They can see it, people at home can see it. We know Michael ain't doing this. And look at this. That's just a routine pass.
Wait a second. What? That's just stupid. Wait a second. Are you saying LeBron would call his shot on a 90-foot baseball throw, the length of the court, and swish it?
Call it.
He would not.
Call it.
I dare him. I would dare him to shoot it every time because he would lose horse to nothing. He could not make one of those. I'll give him 1,000 of those on national TV under pressure against Jordan, and he won't make 1 in 1,000 of those. You know it, and I know it.
This is how confident I am that LeBron would beat Jordan. It would be tied. Both players would have S. LeBron would have the ball. He could do something easy, probably easier, left-handed shot, hook shot, and win. But he would go down and do that shot, 90-plus feet, from one end of the court to the other, to make it dramatic. That's how my guy, that's what GOAT James does. We don't take anything easy. We gonna